I want to start off by saying Kahala Mihawa, Bashimi Hawashai, Wakadash Waka, Brakatam. I want to say double honors to GMS, Shalom to the elect. It's a little brother here, Shamash One, with another video real quick. Alright, I don't know what to satisfying to the point. Why is Monsanto in Puerto Rico? So Monsanto is an agrochemical company that's in Puerto Rico that receives huge tax breaks to grow GMO seeds in the U.S. Territory in Puerto Rico. All right, and this article kind of takes place in Juana Diaz. All right, and when you watch the video, I don't want to play much of it, but this company they also get land grants. All right, the government allows them to have as much land as possible, as much land as they really want. All right, and Puerto Rico, the video will tell you later on, but the people have a limit to how much land they can have. All right, but this company right here, which is ran by a German company, which is ran by Bayer, a bigger chemical company. These guys can have as much land as they want. So it makes it makes Puerto Rico very dependent on imports. We're gonna watch a little bit of it, and I'm gonna go straight to the point of the video. I don't want to ramble on too much.
Siempre tenemos catarra, aquí parece gente de fatiga, dolor de
Now to the mega merger that's taking Wall Street by storm.
In 2018, Monsanto was acquired by German pharmaceutical giant Bayer for $66 billion, creating the largest agrochemical and seed corporation.
All right, $66 billion. That number, that's not coincidental.
In the world. Juana Diaz is at the epicenter of Monsanto's seed production, and residents here say the chemicals being used in the field across the street are making them sick.
Ellos pasan con los camiones y las máquinas revolcando el polvorín y se nos mete entonces el polvorín.
Exactly. I'm gonna bring it out later on. The scripture just popped into my mind. All right, but why are they spraying chemicals down the block?
A las casas envenenados. Ellos no se comunican y ellos no dan información escrita. Ellos realmente no han informado, no han orientado a todos nosotros sobre el químico que están aplicando ahí.
Do you close your windows?
Ya, bueno, si podemos hacerlo. Si no nos damos cuenta, ya entró el químico. Y nos damos cuenta porque empezamos a estornudar, porque nos da dolor de garganta, porque nos da dolor de cabeza, nos pica los ojos, sentimos el olor fuerte. Siempre tenemos catarra, aquí parece gente de fatiga, dolor de pecho, cáncer.
Monsanto has been called one of the most hated corporations in the world.
I think that said $66.6 billion merger. All right. But this here is a bunch of bullshit. All right. Because you look at the people that run it, all right, they're a bunch of Edomites. All right.
Independent studies around the world.
A bunch of Mayan Edomites. You're going to see them here. All right. But it's the same thing in a lot of these pretty much all over the world, even in Haiti. In Haiti you got those light-skinned Haitians, the ones that are Edomites, all right, that run shit, which are really ran by big banking families, right? But they live in the mountains, while the dark-skinned Haitians are at the bottom. You got the same thing in Dominican Republic. All right, the light-skinned Dominicans are the governors and the leaders, right? The mixed ones, the ones that got Edomite parents, right? They're the governors and the people that make the country move, and the dark skins are at the bottom, okay? And don't even make me bring out what goes on in fucking New York. All right, I hate that shit. Bunch of fucking Edomite devils.
Do you spray glyphosate?
No, not all of them are Edomites. I know that for sure. Just because you're mixed don't make you Edomite. But it's a bunch of it's that bullshit. It's that white is right, white supremacist bullshit, and I fucking hate it.
There.
Yes?
How much glyphosate is being used in Puerto Rico by your company?
I don't know that. We don't.
Exactly. That chemical, that glyphosate, is what they use in the pesticides to kill the pests. Okay? And they found that the chemical actually causes cancer. All right, there's been concerns about that. But then they say, 800 studies show that it hasn't been. All right, it's a bunch of bullshit. All right, and this is the president of Puerto Rico.
Giving away your most fertile land to these billionaire multinational corporations like Monsanto, is that in the best interest of the Puerto Rican people?
Our strategy has been to change that, right? Our aim is very aggressive. Is
bullshit, and he's an Edomite too. He's in on it. All right, so pretty much this guy's saying, "Oh, we want to change that. We want to have more." He wants to make a more balanced economy. See, a balanced economy, you don't always just take from other countries. You also export your own stuff. Okay, there has to be a balance in the mix. Okay, but we're gonna get some scriptures. Mouth of two witnesses, 2 or 3 witnesses. Okay. So these Edomites, they claim to be, you know, followers of the scripts. They claim to love God, right? But they don't. They don't follow the laws. These people claim to be the Israelites, but they don't follow the law. This is Deuteronomy chapter 17, verse 6. At the mouth of 2 witnesses or 3 witnesses, he that is worthy of death be put to death. But at the mouth of 1 witness, he shall not be put to death. Now here you had in the video about 5 people, and there's more, okay? And you had a young kid at the beginning somewhere. Right, but let's go back to the one where they're sitting in the lawn chairs, right? Okay. You had about 6 or 7 people here, all saying the same thing. Yeah, they're not only spraying the chemicals on their side, they're also spraying it throughout the city, and they're giving the people chest pains and cancer, and they do that shit on purpose. Okay? But this was out of the voice of multiple witnesses, so at that point, there should be an investigation. But are they going to investigate anything? Hell no. Alright? And before we go on further, I pulled up here pesticide in the etymology online. Pesticide, substance for destroying pests, especially insects infesting gardens, homes, or crops. 1939 from English pest plus Latin side, killer. Okay? Side, element meaning killer. From French side, sida, cutter, slayer, sederi. Pest, a pest upon plague, pestilence, epidemic, disease. Okay? Which ironically, they say it kills pests, but what it really does is give you a disease and kills you. Ironically, and they do that shit on purpose. Okay? But going back into it, man, the problem with these pesticides is that they kill the bugs, but they also, a lot of them have horrible health effects on people. Okay, when there's too much being sprayed, and they also infect other insects, which I believe a bee is an insect. I believe it is an insect. All right, I'm not exactly sure, but bees a bee. We just call it insect, creeping thing. All right, a bee. When they go to, say you had like a certain kind of flower, right, and you spray pesticides, right, the bees that when they touch it, you may not intend to kill the bees, but now you sprayed the pesticide. Now the bees are ingesting the pesticide. They go back and they spread it to, the other bees in their colony. You know what I'm saying? So it has really cascading effects. All right, and also with these pesticides, really we're gonna bring it out later, but these pesticides are we even get to the GMOs, man. All right, we're gonna get to the GMOs too. This is Sirach 38 verse 4. The Lord hath created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them. All right, medicines are these plants, man. Plants come out of the earth. Okay, you're not supposed to eat GMO food out of the lab. Okay, you're supposed to take the plant as is. All right, now you have plants that are naturally gonna have mutations. Like you may have a blue apple or a green apple, or have an apple that look funny. All right, but you're supposed to eat those too. You don't have to get rid of them, only have red apples. All right, there's supposed to be diversity in nature. Okay, but these people don't care. All right, this is why the Bible says this. Revelation chapter 11 verse 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldst give reward. Thou shouldst give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and should destroy them which destroy the earth. Okay, Who are them which destroy the earth? These Edomites, these Gooks, these Chinks, all right, these Japs, okay, these Moabites, Ammonites, Elamites, fucking you know, doodle butt Africans, okay. These guys are the people that destroy the earth. They don't give a shit about the environment. All right, those Hamites down there do deals with the Chinese, and they give the land to China, and China comes down and fucks up the natural wildlife, man. They build cities and roads and all these chemicals, and they ruin everything, man. These people ruin everything that they touch. All right, this is Proverbs chapter 29, verse 16. When the wicked are multiplied, transgression increaseth, but the righteous shall see their fall. How are we going to see their fall? That sea of glass mingled with fire that you hear about in Revelation. Okay? We're going to watch these people burn. Okay? Because they have a lot to pay for. This is the Lord's world. This is the world that the angels made. All right? And that's a slap in the face to go destroy it. Okay? We were given this world. Okay? Number one, the world was created for our sakes. I believe that's in 2nd Ezra chapter 2. Let me see if I can go get it real quick. For our sakes. Yeah, I want to just get it real quick. I don't want to drag on too long. Yep. 2nd Ezra chapter 6 verse 59. If the world be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world? How long shall this endure? Exactly. How long are we going to stay at the bottom? You know? Yeah, you know, I probably broke that down wrong, but you know, one of you brothers correct me in the comments, you know, but I recognize that scripture, that the world be now given to, the world now be made for our sakes. That's the point I want to make. You know, the world was made for our sakes, okay, and these people are destroying it. All right, the GMO seeds, that stuff fucks you up, man. You're not supposed to eat food made in the lab. All right, people are supposed to have natural food to eat, you know. Let's go get it. Let's go get it, man. Natural pesticides. Alright. So I found this video here.
It's taken a lot of adjusting. We've been challenged, and now we're stepping back in. It's okay if it doesn't feel quite.
Alright, so these people
growing up,
you know, fuck up the earth, right? But if they wanted to really stop pesticides, right, this is how we know when the wicked grow in number, transgression increaseth. Alright, because these people could easily fix this problem. Alright, all I did was look up natural pesticides, 10 organic ways to control pests in the garden.
backyard full of food is easy, but keeping this produce from pest damage or from being eaten by crops at the right time grow well. They might look okay, usually say chilies or capsicum/peppers early, like when they're green. They often don't get hit by the fruit fly.
See, what he said was pick the plant when it's not ripe, okay, and put it in a safe place, put it inside, and then let it ripen inside. So you can get like your bananas or something. If you were growing bananas, you take them off the banana tree, okay, while they're not ripe, put them inside, let them ripen up, and then now you got bananas. You know, they don't do that.
Can make a big difference in slowing down their population growth in the garden. And
but really, the reason why they can't do that is because these businesses, these elite bankers, they want to have complete control of the farmland. If there were more of a equal division of land and labor, right, and that everyday man had his own farm, right, and was able to support himself, right, then you wouldn't have this problem, because one, you'd have enough diversity. If one man's crops hit, then he'll just go bunk him with the next guy, okay? And people will be able to do this and not really use the pesticides, because you know, say, because this is sustainable for someone that's by themselves, you know. Like this guy said here, just pluck the plant.
it's not that hard. Remember, for every one bug or caterpillar you remove from a plant, several more have been eaten by good animals like predator bugs and birds.
Yeah, see, he said just pick it off. This is doable if it's just you by yourself. Like if, say, you had a little garden patch, right, at the back of your house, or if you had some land, right, which we used to, you know, before you know, all these urbanized cities were built, people had, you know, a little bit of farmland, even in New York, believe it or not, even in New York, you know. But the land is cursed, man. You can't grow shit down here in Brooklyn, man. Like so much Native American blood is on this land, and they put so much curse on this land. Like, you feel the earth is like fucking hard, man. You cannot build shit in there, man. You cannot grow shit in there. All right, but going back into it, you know, this would be possible if there was a division of labor and a division of ownership. But these big corporations, they want more and more and more. All right, we're gonna go down to the point and I'm gonna close off. All right, very interesting stuff here. Very interesting stuff. I think at one point he talks about getting certain bugs, predatory bugs, like getting certain kinds of bugs that you can buy that will eat them for you. All right. And then, yeah, he said he brought birds in to eat the pest. You know, very, very interesting stuff. Like, this is doable for someone who owned a little patch. You know, it's something that I wanted. Yeah, he's not showing me what I want though.
Backyard growers have an even bigger advantage because we don't have the same commercial pressures to...
Yeah, very interesting video, but yeah, here we go. Yeah, we're gonna play this part. This is the part that I want
to sting fruit and veg. So having a few chickens around can help reduce pests overall and break the life cycle of bad bugs. And I've recently found...
Alright, so pretty much he's we're gonna watch.
Destructive, so I wouldn't give them free range in the vegetable garden when it's growing. But wandering through an orchard or around the property, chickens can be an excellent bug catcher. Well, I better let this one go because I don't think she likes me very much and she's going to get back to scratching the ground. When hens scratch the ground, they dig up and eat pupating pests like fruit fly that mature under the soil surface before flying out as adults to sting fruit and veg. So having a few chickens around can help reduce pests overall and break the life cycle of bad bugs. And I've recently found out that ducks like eating stink bugs, such as citrus bugs, and especially seek out the baby ones, the nymphs. So that could be very handy in the orchard. They love...
Alright, and Esau fucks all this up, man. The nature, the ecosystem is a very beautiful thing, man. You know, the plants, even the plants and the animals work together. You know, there's certain plants that have defense mechanisms, and you know they have them for certain seasons, and then they stop, and then they get eaten up. Even the plants and the insects work together. Even forest fires are natural. You know, there's a certain time where the Most High decides to go destroy a patch of land so that it can grow again and grow even better. You know. But you people, you fucking Edomites, you fucking other nations, you people destroy everything, man.
Slugs and snails too. Also, ducks don't dig as much as chickens, making them less damaging in the garden. When I was in Nam, no, not the war, how old do you think I am? When I was on holidays with Nina, we saw firsthand how the local farmers use ducks in the rice fields to keep the pests down without ruining the crop. So yeah, consider keeping poultry because they can really make a difference. Number 7.
Alright, yeah, that's what I really wanted to bring out. You know, that's something as easy as that, having hens and ducks and the like. Alright. But these people want to maximize profit. Alright. If they really wanted to make good product, first and foremost, they ditch all that land, all right? Because they don't need all that land, all right? You really these organic ways to control pests wouldn't work for a big farm company, okay? But they could always ditch the land and just give it back to the people. But they're not gonna do that, and we know why they're not gonna do that. Revelation chapter 13, okay, verse 16 on down. We know why. Okay, they're going to prepare it for that Marcus. And they're going to say, oh, we own the farmland. You want the food? You got to take the thing. You got to take the Marcus. If you aren't going to take it, well, that's too bad. You ain't going to eat. All right? But hey, you know, Isaiah chapter 65, man. My servant shall eat, but you should be hungry. We going to be all right. All right, call on Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shah, Wakadash Wakal, Rakatam. All right, that's all I got. To be continued.